Hi, my name is Rabbi Shalom Lubin, the Rabbi of Congregation Shaya, Ahavat Torah in Parsippany and the Director of Chabad of Southeast Morris County, based in Madison. It's a pleasure to share a few words of Torah with you today. The Parsha of Vayechi, the Torah portion of Vayechi, the final portion in the book of Genesis, speaks about Jacob, Yaakov Avinu, at the end of his life. He's laying in bed, he's not well, he's surrounded by all of his children, and he's given the opportunity to bless his children before he passes on. Our sages tell us that he is the first figure in the Bible, really, who got sick before he passed away, and it's viewed as a blessing to be able to have a brief illness and a chance to come to terms with one's mortality and have a chance to give instruction to one's children. And the instructions that Jacob gives his son Joseph, who was one of the rulers of Egypt at that time, was that he did not want to be buried in Egypt. Rather, he wanted to be buried back in the land of Israel, in the holy city of Hebron, where Abraham and Sarah, Isaac and Rebekah were previously buried. And that's what happened. All of his children created a procession along with the Pharaoh's people, and they travel with Jacob up to the land of Israel and bury him there, because Jacob knew, our sages tell us, that the Jewish people were going to be stuck in Egypt for a long period of time in the exile which followed. And he knew that they needed the hope for a brighter tomorrow, and he knew that that hope came from the land of Israel, and that the Jewish people needed the hope to one day return to the land of Israel, just like now in these difficult times we turn to Israel with hope and prayers for a brighter tomorrow. Friends, the Parsha Vayechi, the Torah portion this week, Jacob is preparing for his eventual demise and plans his own funeral. And the commentaries share that in the Jewish tradition it's important for each and every one of us, being that we are mortal beings, to speak about topics of death and dying and plans for the eventuality of burial and returning one's body to the earth. These are conversations which aren't always easy, but it's important for each and every ideally one that values the Jewish traditions of honor and respect for the departed, burial in the earth in the traditional Jewish way that we've been burying our loved ones for thousands of years. And these are conversations we should be having with our rabbis, with our children, with people in our lives that we're comfortable discussing these matters about. Unfortunately, in today's world, many people don't talk about this. Often children don't know the traditions of Judaism, the value of traditional burial, the challenges and the disrespect involved in cremation, God forbid. And these are topics that we really should be talking about more. If Jacob was comfortable discussing these themes with his family, it's a message to each and every one of us as we can close out the book of Genesis, to have these conversations as well. Death is ultimately part of life, and the life cycle continues generation to generation. By having these conversations, we can ensure that as generations of Judaism continue, the traditions and values that were so important to our patriarch Jacob this week will endure and continue, God willing, for many, many years to come. Shabbat Shalom.